I believe in aliens. I believe in exorcism. Because you know that what trauma's like because you've been through it, and that's why you're like that. Society today where it's like, how do I fix this the fastest I can fix it? Why do you need to be surrounded by shit all the time? Like, why?
Welcome to Tea with Tori. I'm your host, Tori, and today the tea is hot.
You ready to get this on and popping?
Welcome to my living room.
I like that your eyebrows are Tea with Tori pink. I'm here for it. All right, guys, welcome to a new episode of Tea with Tori. I'm your host, Tori, and today I have a very special fucking guest. I have the Virgin Lex. Dun, 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 dun. Lexy, please tell the people who you are, what you do, just a little bit about you. Virgin Lex, we're in her living room.
I'm Lexy Panterra. I'm an artist. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter, granddaughter. My grandma calls me all the time. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur living in Miami now from LA and Sacramento. Shout out to both hometowns.
Like, shout out to everywhere.
Shout out to you, mama.
So when I first met you, you were like, hey, nice to meet you. I was like, cool, we're best friends because you're amazing. And then you were like, by the way, I'm moving across the country. What inspired you to literally?
I thought about you too when I was moving.
A lot of people move because they're unhappy in their situation. And they're just like, not financially or a job or something. Like, what made you like, I need to get the fuck out of LA. I need to go to Miami of all places.
I wanted to be by the beach. I'm like, where can I afford that's like nice by the beach? Like, and I've been to Miami a lot of times, and every time I came here, I was just like, I like the tropical vibe that you can't get in LA. Like, where are you gonna get that in LA? Zero places.
I feel like the biggest like misconception about LA is that everyone spends every day on the beach. Like,
that's a zero conception.
That is not true.
Well, Sundays people will go out, but like you don't really go in the water. It's dirty and gross and like
cold. Yeah,
and so it's like I'd like to roll up with my Range Rover when I had the top down and roll up and eat like food just sitting on top of my car by the beach. But like nothing really on the beach. Like not even on the sand.
The most you'll get is people like, oh, let's go to Santa Monica Pier. And I'm like,
it's really nothing. It's not a vibe.
No, and I feel
sorry, things need to change up a little bit.
Everyone in California is like, oh, I'll move to California and be on the beach. Like, and I'll do yoga and smoke weed. And I'm like, you'll do yoga and smoke weed, but you won't be on the beach.
Miami is way better for that.
For the beach,
for anything,
yeah.
All of that.
There's
way more.
Weed.
Like, Wynwood's great. There's so much art everywhere. Music and, like, paintings and, like, just, it's like, so artistic. Much going on here. You can walk outside and walk a couple blocks, you know? We're getting active, skating.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday, y'all. Y'all getting your skate on.
And skating.
I can't longboard. Any board sports don't do very well by me. I like.
We
fall.
did 9 miles. We went all the way to South Beach and back. My feet.
Oh my God. Done. Nightmare's like, excuse me.
My feet were finished. Nightmare wants to play.
He always wants to play. He's so fucking cute. So when did you start music?
Ew. Forever. Out the womb. I got in a girl group when I was like I want to say 18. I've always wanted to do music though. It's been my passion for my whole life.
What made you get into a girl group?
I got scouted at Millennium Dance Studio in LA. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be in a girl group. Heck yeah. Beautiful ladies. Literally. Talented. And yeah. You know Bambi? You know who Bambi is?
The girl that kind of looks like me.
Yeah, you guys do look similar. That's so funny. She was in the girl group and everyone was like,
oh my God, twins. It's like, no, not twins.
Me and her were in it together.
That's crazy. I didn't even know she sings.
She can have a little tune.
I didn't even know that. Bambi.
We all had our own little things, yeah. I loved it.
That's so cute.
But I had to Beyonce out of there. I was like, I can't do this.
What happened? I feel like it's always drama. Like anytime you ask someone and they used to be in a group, they're like, girl, the drama.
People just weren't as serious as some other people. And like people lived in other cities. So it was just so hard. Especially when you're young and you don't have money. Like how are you supposed to do that?
They're like, come here and train. You're like,
it's impossible. You know, and people are living with people and it's just, people had boyfriends and like having a girl group and successful is so hard. You have to give up everything and just basically move in together. That's my advice now. If you guys want to be in a girl group or something, like move in together and fucking vibe it out. And you just got to hustle it through.
So what made you like, okay, fuck this girl group. I'm going to go solo?
I just was
Like, what was
more
that
serious. I was
click
like,
for
I just gotta make more moves, different moves. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to leave, and I found somebody, or somebody found me again on a rooftop at the W Hotel.
Oh my goodness.
My uncle lived there, right above Katsuya in Hollywood. And, like, we were chilling, me and my uncle. I think it was just me and my family. And some guy comes through. Like, it's funny now that I think about it because it's, like, a typical, like, Hollywood scene.
Now you'd be like, sus, who the fuck are you? Hashtag.
He had, like, pearls around his neck. He's like, ooh, he looked like somebody.
Stop.
You know, and I'm, like, 19.
And
I'm like, he does something. He was nice. He was suave. And he's in the business and shit. I'm like, he's around. I see him still around after all these years. Yeah, you always run into people
over and over
in the business. so you gotta be nice to everybody.
No one understands that. They're like, oh, just like say fuck you and flip them off. I'm like, you don't understand. Like,
that's how I am.
The same party though.
I'm like,
and now I'm there like
bridges, but whatever.
Fuck you. No, I'll cut a bridge, but like I really like before I do that shit, I really think about it. I'm like, am I gonna see you again?
I'm gonna see you again.
Because I know if I see you again and I do like the whole fuck you,
and when I do, this is for you. You'll know who you are. Could be like one person, 5
literally
people.
I feel like 20 people just probably went,
They're
that
like,
was me.
Oh,
damn, she just called me out.
Fuck her.
No, it's not about you. That's why you get no name.
This ain't about you, honey.
So what was the first moment that you were like, because everyone's like, I want to be a singer, I want to do this. What was the moment that you were like, oh shit, I'm doing this, like I'm making
still questioning
the moves
myself.
as
a singer, as an artist, it's like, will I ever be happy?
No, I feel that.
I have goals. Like, I want me and you to go on tour and sell out shows.
Hell fucking yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need TikTok to pick up a record. Amen to TikTok picking up a record. Manifesting.
Literally.
TikTok picked up my record and it's blowing all around the world right now. 1 million trillion views.
That's amazing. Does that translate to Spotify well?
No, that's what I want, girl. That's not what I have. But does it translate to Spotify well? TikTok? Yeah,
to like
definitely.
your record spins and everything, because then I feel like people know it, so they look it up and they put
big.
it on a playlist.
I think it definitely counts. You get money from it and everything.
No way.
That's the goal.
What song are you most excited about right now? Because I know, like, especially as artists, I just dropped my remix with D-Cut that we recorded a year ago. So it's like, girl, people don't even hear that shit until it's an old song for you. So what is something that you're really excited right now? We may not hear it for months and months and months, but like, what has you like excited?
Why, as an artist, we have all these struggles inside, which are like this song, no, yes, no. And like, I've been going through that the last couple months because I've been making new music, and I'm like, sometimes songs just don't get put out, and it might be okay. But
sometimes it's
the advice that Gary
though.
Vee gave me was like, put your records out. Just put them out. I was like, fuck. Because we all have our own little reasons as to why we're not putting music out. Because we want everything to be perfect. And I'm like, not everything can be perfect.
You just gotta
like,
put it out.
Put it out. I'm a little perfectionist. I found out that I have like a Virgo rising.
Oh shit, I have a Virgo moon.
And I dated a Virgo, and I was like,
It's kind of like you see all the qualities you don't really like about yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, I see what's going on here. Oh my God.
This is not working. No, that's literally, I feel like my internal struggle all the time is because my rising is Pisces, my moon is Virgo, and my sun is Sagittarius. So those are all like conflicting signs. So I just feel like
you're conflicted.
My head's completely all over the place all the time. What I think.
Pause. This matches me really well.
That's what I'm saying. You're in the whole vibe with the pink and black. I'm so here for it. More in theme for my podcast than me. That's the best.
Haha.
I'm like, I tried. I'm here on vacation.
I love it, you having me here. I'm happy we finally got this done.
I know. You were actually...
I was like, oh my God, I'm leaving. We got to do it.
Dude, she was one of the first people that I asked to be a guest on my show.
And now I'm the last.
Not even. Now you're season 2. I don't know how that happened. And I was like, I'm going blonde. I feel like this is the perfect time to start season 2.
I love your hair. It's
I'm like blonde, 30 episodes.
Super pretty.
Time for season 2.
30 episodes.
30
That's
episodes.
A lot of
I have 40 recorded, but I have 30 out.
Sheesh.
I try to stay like 8 to 10 ahead.
Good job. Keep putting them out.
Stressing. Literally, just put it out.
Just put it out. That's the biggest advice in the entertainment business.
Not just pull it out. Just put it out.
Pull it out, please.
Always. But also, like, the pull out method doesn't work because then I wouldn't exist if it did. So that's my stance on it every time.
Oh my God. I know I was a mistake, but Oh, my dad, I don't know what he was doing.
Anytime someone's a mistake, it's like, oh, I didn't know that I could get pregnant that soon after birth control, or I used the pull-out method. So I'm just never going to use the pull-out method and never going to believe that after I take out birth control or stop taking it that I'm just like not fertile for a few months.
I'm trying to think of what year they created the Plan B pill.
I remember it happening. Because I remember people being like, you shouldn't have a plan B. The plan A should work. I'm like, yeah, well, what if the condom breaks?
The plan A should work.
The fact that it's
I'm like, are you going to pay for my plan A?
Literally.
No.
The plan A should work. But technically.
I guess we were plan A. Were we plan A's?
I was supposed to be the plan A. Plan B is take the plan B. Which I don't even know if there's like knockoff brands anymore. I know that shit's like $50.
I literally bought like 4 Plan B's.
I've bought like 3 in my life.
Because I bought them off fucking Amazon. Because I'm like, hold
God.
up. If everyone's taking everything away, they're going to take the Plan B's away. Let me
bought in bulk. I'm dead.
I made 3 or 5 shit in between. I don't
That's
know.
me with COVID tests, the at-home ones. I was like, I just need to stock up. I just need to know, because sometimes like if you get sick, everyone's like, oh my God, you have COVID. I'm like, maybe I just have the regular fucking flu. Maybe, you know how we like before 2 years ago, people would get sick and they would just be sick and you wouldn't ask them like if they have pneumonia or fucking what they had. You would just be like, oh, you're sick. Is it a stomach virus or a cold?
Just go lay down.
Take a fucking
Take
nap.
24 hours.
Literally. So how, you were one of those that like, you've been on OF for a while.
Yeah, baby.
You were you pre-pandemic or did you start in the pandemic?
I started in the beginning of the pandemic.
I literally opened my account like April. A week before.
It was like during right. Really? Yeah, mine was like right around that time. So it's been like over 2 years now. Huh? How long has it been?
It's been like almost 3.
Really?
That's what I realized the other day.
I'm like, I need more money in my account.
Bro.
My bank account.
Story
I
of
spend
my
too much.
life. But you spend it you spend it building. Like you're not one of those girls like you see the girls, like no shade to anyone, but like the girls that are just putting their money into kind of all these things instead of things that make them
the material
happy.
situations. I mean, I just spend money on fucking music videos and bullshit.
Like things to make my life
work
work
easier. Travel. I like to travel a lot, so I do spend my money on traveling, which that's, that costs a lot. Starts building up, right? The flights and the hotels and stuff. That's where I spend my money. And food. I'm spending a lot on food. I love traveling and eating at good ass restaurants.
That's my favorite
New
thing.
York is coming up. I'm like,
before
I go on this cleanse I'm doing, I'm like, let me eat as much as possible.
I need that cleanse. I want to do it.
All juice cleanse.
It sounds horrible, but I feel like I'll
parasite cleanse, guys. Get into it, because we have parasites
all up in our bodies,
and so we need to take those out.
I want to do ayahuasca too, and they make you do a cleanse like that before and
after. Oh wow, before and after.
Just so your body's
empty
like at its purest for you to receive.
Scary. Have you done it before?
No, I'm terrified, but I really want to.
I said one day I was gonna do it, but I feel like the older I get, just the more afraid I'm getting. I'm like, why am I?
That's because you're getting more and more set in your ways. That's why I want to do it before I get like older while I'm still impressionable in the way that like I can change. That's what I'm saying. If I realize shit, I don't want to be like, damn, I'm fucking 40 and I'm realizing this shit. Like, what could I have done if I knew that earlier?
Damn.
Which like everyone does it. They say you get called when it's your time, and I feel like everyone around me is talking about it. So like I've thought about it for a long time.
A lot of people have been talking about it around me too.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like that's the intro to like.
I did a little micro shrooming, which I never do.
See, I trip.
I didn't really feel
have you done
it
a full
much.
trip?
I feel like I didn't really take. I have. It made me very emotional, and like I was like my own therapist basically. Yep. I'm like, oh, I get it, but it was just like a lot. I'm like, okay, like, I get it. Like, yeah, I get what the point is. It was a lot for me energetically. I felt drained after, and I was like with a lot of people. We were in like a cabin. I didn't go outside or anything. We were like indoors.
Oh, no.
I cried.
Yep.
I went inside the room by myself a little bit. Then I came back out, and I was like, just a lot going on.
I love
so
that.
I don't do it that often.
I'm the type of person that like the way my like family describes it is like I'm a buoy. Like whether like whatever pulls me down, I'm just always like bam, like right back up.
Oh, I love that.
But it's bad sometimes because I feel like you have to feel to heal. Like you have to process the emotions. You can't just like push them down because you still feel them. It just like is an underlying pain. Yeah, like heartbreak. Like you kind of have to just let it fully take over you and like cry when you need to, or else you're just gonna be like, you're going to start hardening your heart around those situations.
I feel like mine's been hardened a little in the relationships aspect.
No, and that's literally, bro.
I was like crying and I was like, wait, this would have hurt a lot more. But for some reason, I'm a little more numb now because I'm guarded. Yep. And I'm like, oh, this cry would have hurt a lot more, some years back because you just fuck boys.
Well, the way you have to, like, the way I kind of think about it is when you're a little kid and you, like, touch a stove for the first time, you're like, oh, fuck, like, that hurt. I'm never going to do that again. But then you burn your hand on a candle. You're like, oh, fuck, that's the same pain. But, like, even though it was different sources, so I got to figure out a way to not feel that pain. And then people just put up all these walls. And then you get into these relationships with people where you both have walls up and you're both being fucking weird and not being honest with each other because of your walls. When that's another thing. Like, I'm like, every couple.
It's honesty, bro. It's hard.
It's really hard.
Because you have to accept on the other end and you have to.
You have to be vulnerable enough to be comfortable with someone to be honest with them. That's what people, they're like, just be honest.
And things change so often also in a relationship.
Constantly. Because the world's crazy.
Shit, girl.
Like outside forces, inside forces, just people like changing themselves. We're in our 20s. Like these are the years you grow and you change. So someone
it's so
you
funny
met.
because we know so much about each other.
Literally, that's why I'm like,
what can we talk about? I'm like,
too fucking much.
Why did we just look at the camera like,
I'm like, who's getting exposed today?
She knows everything.
Like,
she knows all my feelings.
There's so much tea I could expose.
All right now, she knows a lot. I love her.
Literally, she's one that I met that I was just like, damn, this bitch is awesome. And
we have to spend more time together.
I've just gone back and forth with my own personal feelings of meeting someone being like, and then trying to be their friend. And I'm like a year in and some big blow up happens. And I'm like, I saw this about you like a year ago. Versus like I'll meet people, I'm like, yo, we just fucking vibe together. I don't know how to explain it. Like we just vibe.
We have that. Yeah,
we have that. So then I'm like, okay.
That's hard to find. It's like true love.
Literally. Friendship,
yo, that's true love.
Dude, no one talks about friendship breakups. That shit is harder than relationship breakups. Because, like, kind of when you go into a relationship, you know you're only going to marry one person at the end of the day. So, like, either this is the person or it's not. So versus, like, a friend, you could have multiple friends. So I kind of, like, when I make real friendships, I don't ever expect a breakup of that. So when that shit happens, I'm like, that shit's painful.
It is painful.
I never expected this. Like, I could have as many bridesmaids as I want, but one groom.
I had to learn my lesson.
You know?
I had to learn some lessons and lose some friends, and not just sometimes you got to be on that end. Sometimes I had to get rid of some friends, and that shit sucks too.
What was the most painful friendship breakup you had?
Ooh, let's see. I'm going to say like a girl friendship.
Yeah. Like you were like, bitch, I thought we were sisters. Like, I thought I was about to be your maid of honor, and now we're not fucking friends anymore, and we don't talk. Like,
oh, it's my girl. I have a girlfriend like that. And, it's like gray area things, and
boundaries.
Until maybe someone comes around one day, years on down the line, right? Sometimes that happens.
That's why I always try to, like, pull out of the situation before it gets toxic. Because I feel like, okay, maybe we're butting heads right now, but in, like, 6 months we might not be. Yeah. So let's just, like, take a breather and pop back up.
Yep.
But, shit gets weird. People get in their feelings about stuff.
They do.
People don't heal their
trauma.
And
I got a lot of personality, so
that's
to deal with.
That's what I say all the time.
I got a lot of opinions and personality.
See a couple jokies be like, oh, are you texting your other boyfriend? I'm like, do you know how many personalities you have? I don't have time for extra boyfriends.
Guys,
I don't want to
entertain people,
extra. You're enough for me. And not even in the way
girls are lovers. We don't really need or want multiple guys. Like,
it's even the narrative that we're
But you need to be the man. You need to be giving us everything we want, period. Everything we need in a relationship, I hope you can give it to us, whatever the fuck that is to the girl.
Yeah, period. I feel like guys only get insecure like that when they know they're not serving in that way.
And
like,
if you know you're honest with the girl, what do you need from the girl?
What do you need?
Bitch, I need you in lingerie. Wear lingerie, please. Oh, okay.
I'll
wear lingerie.
So many guys I talk to don't even fucking like
lingerie. Or I like when you twerk. Twerk for me. Okay.
Twerk on it for me, baby.
Just like me. I like when you pay my bills. Can you pay
my bills?
Pay my telephone bill. Girl, I went through an evolution of craziness.
Literally. I feel like
everyone had their thing.
Everyone had their thing.
Everyone needed it. We need another one.
We need another. Who's rolling that in? Round 2? Can we get another summer vacation?
Someone coming up with the summer vacation on deck, please.
It was literally like adults' vacation from being an adult, because not only could you not do anything, but like no one else was doing anything. It was fucking amazing.
Nothing was expected of us.
All.
And we liked that. We liked that feeling of not having to like do anything.
Bro, you could get on Instagram and wear the same outfit on your story 3 days in a row and no one would question it. Because if they did, you'd be like, where the fuck am I going?
Bitch, I'm in pajamas. Leave me alone. The fuck?
Are you in a different outfit? Are you in the same fucking Erewhon sweatshirt that you've had for...
the same underwear? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes or no. And if you've been naked the whole time, power to you. I just would go in my backyard and be like...
I wasn't alone. Damn, some people were really just alone.
I was in a house
during pandemic. And
I was in my house. Thank God.
Alone? Not alone.
No, thank God not alone. But
who the fuck was alone, and what did you guys go through? Because... who are you really when you're by yourself for that long, you know?
Dude,
that's
tragic
a great
story.
Transformation.
I had a friend that literally like struggled on and off with alcoholism and addiction problems, and because of his support system was like his friends, and you couldn't see anyone in the pandemic, he actually overdosed.
Oh,
he literally overdosed.
No. Friends is very important. You have to have that around you, period.
I was like,
when you're going through a hard time, who's
everyone
going to be there for you? You got to have people.
And that's, I think, the scariest thing that I've found when I moved out to LA, because I grew up in New York, where like I had someone, my family's there, my whole family's East Coast. When I moved out here with my brother and sister, I was really like, people do this by themselves. How do they do this shit? Like, this is
you need
hard.
people. And having children in a situation where nobody's around you, that's crazy. People do it, and you guys survive and thrive through it.
And I feel
Amen to you.
You have to be so financially stable to have children away from your family support group. Because then, like, it's not like, oh,
I need my mama, I need my grandma, I need all the girls around me when I have children, okay?
Everyone.
Mom, I need you to quit your job. And you're going to come live in.
Nanny.
She knows this already. She really does.
But yeah, when my mom had me, her mom came and stayed with her for like 2 months and helped her. That's just
that's a couple months is what needs to be.
It takes a village. And unless you're going to have like
because the husbands, you guys are great help, but like
that's
we
just
need
not
more
their
help.
job. Like you've never
like we need more.
You've never even had a period. Like
you just can't relate.
The mood swings, all the things that you go through. That's like part of what my big issue is about abortion versus not abortion is you can't just say that women go to a clinic and like they're out getting fucking mimosas that night, like, woo, the baby's gone. Like the things that women's body go through, whether they have a baby or don't have a baby, is absolutely fucking brutal. So I feel like genuinely, unless you have had that situation happen to you, you really should not have a say.
It's
like
brutal.
Women shouldn't talk about erectile dysfunction for men. We don't have penises. We don't have erectile dysfunction. It's not a conversation for us, you know?
I can't talk about that. It's true. And no. I'm definitely all for those abortion situations. Just putting that out there.
I made that very clear on my page. I lost like 500
women's rights.
followers
Listen,
that day.
We still need to. Where are the feminists at? Feminist means that women have equal rights to men and aliens and whoever else is on the planet.
So people are like, "What are you, a feminist?"
We need that.
Whenever someone says it in such a negative way, like,
can we get that?
A feminist? I'm like, what do you think a feminist is that you're saying it?
We're
like
still
that?
fighting for equal rights. That's crazy.
And then they're like, well, women want to be treated better. No, if I work at a pizzeria and I'm putting pizzas in the oven and I'm making $10 an hour as a woman, and then the guy next to me that's doing the exact same job is making $15, no, that's not fucking fair.
And you know that women do the job better, honey.
That's why we do it at home. That's where you want us, because we can do it the best.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, they're not going to compete with us.
I love the women are too emotional. Like, men never get emotional. Men have no emotions,
Y'all get so emotional. You know you do. Men love getting emotional and throwing things or whatever that you guys manly do. You know what I say? I make a joke. I'm like, men are like, work, eat, like that's just like the things they say.
Anger, literally.
Open now.
Open it.
Girls, women,
impatient,
scrumptious, impatient. Yeah. Now I need I'm like, that's just what men think. Boobs, tits, ass.
Speaking of, when did you start? Okay, so like everyone fucking twerks, but when did you start like
Twerking
twerking, like putting out the content, being known as like Lexy the twerker?
2013, 14. It's been a while.
What was the first video?
I did a twerk out, like a freestyle on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But the first step I did was start a class. So I just held the twerk out class. And then I invited a bunch of friends, which like a celebrity girl came, my friend Christina Milian. And then she came and she loved the class. She was like, that is my favorite class ever. And so she invited all her friends and her girlfriends. We had a crazy list. People couldn't get on the damn list. Like,
oh my God.
Was packed out. It was just in LA. I did it at Millennium where I got scouted at. Yeah. And they're like, you can't come here and charge for classes. I'm like, oh, I was like, all right. So I had to learn a bunch of random things, building classes and being a twerk out instructor. Like there was just so much to learn. So I did that. And then I started doing freestyles on YouTube and I made an Instagram for twerk out. So I started just building it like that. And then somebody reacted to my video on YouTube on Facebook. And that video went absolutely
Was it the Major
viral.
Laser one?
Yeah.
I saw you.
And I was just in a room.
I was like, damn, this bitch has been doing this shit forever.
I was just in a room, like in some pants or whatever. And yeah. And so to Major Laser. So that one went viral, like 400 million views.
Jesus.
It was crazy. And then
who Facebooked
I started posting on YouTube. His name was Simon DeSuze. He's like Swedish, I think.
And it's just.
He's like mixed Swedish dude. Yeah, and they went crazy. I'm like, how is this possible? And I just did a couple more, and a couple of them started going viral on my YouTube channel, which is cool because it just transferred straight to mine.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. Yeah, and then I wanted to gain more of a fan base on Instagram, so I just started pushing. Like every single interview I was doing, I was like, add me on Instagram, just tag my Instagram, like instead of YouTube or Facebook, so I just started building each platform like that.
Have you been having the same drama as everyone with building TikTok? Because I feel like it's really easy to grow on TikTok, but if you are any type of hot girl, you lose the following.
I definitely lose my page. I've lost it a couple times. Not verified on this new one. I barely will shake half an ass cheek and I still would get taken down. Like I don't even have to do anything and for some reason I get attacked. People
it's like
get attacked.
They know you.
Then TikTok, I don't feel like I have a niche on TikTok. I'm just kind of myself and I do a bunch of random shit because it's just me. I don't really want to do like one thing, or I just haven't found something that I just want to share one thing on there. I like to do things on there, a lot of things. That makes it easier to blow up on TikTok, I think, as well. The
when
niche
you niche
situation.
it out, yeah.
But I like the TikTok platform. I don't know how to edit as much. I need to start editing and being more creative on there.
Those 13-year-olds with the transitions, I'm like, bro.
Y'all bitches are talented.
I didn't even know how to use iMovie.
And help me.
Dude, you need to hire like a 12-year-old.
I really do think there are so many platforms. There's just too fucking many. It sucks.
It sucks.
As an artist, I'm like, as a person that doesn't need social media, does it suck? I'm like, as an artist, there's too much to keep up with.
That's the thing is like, I feel like there used to be, okay, it's MySpace. Now we're all moving to Facebook. Now we're all moving to Instagram. But now it's like, we're not moving. There's just a bunch.
It's like
you gotta be popping on all of them. You gotta be popping on Instagram.
Snapchat is still
TikTok.
going. I got like 300,000 people over there or something.
That's what I'm saying.
And I get more views over there on Snapchat more than like Instagram now.
No way.
What's going on?
I'm so shadowed on Instagram.
Weird. I'm shadowed on Instagram now too.
And I've been clean. I've been so clean for like 2 years because of my relationship and like not wanting to get my account deleted.
You need to stop posting for like a week because that's what I heard. So that's what I've been doing this whole week.
I did. And I just literally 2 years later of cleaning my shit up, because I used to literally, I used to have a very thought-tastic Instagram. It was very juicy. It was very ass-tastic.
Mine hasn't been that way in a long time, and it's still fucked.
That's what I'm saying. So literally 2 years later, I just went and looked at my like badges and shit, and it was like no longer says like you're not eligible. Your account is at risk for deleting. Just the other day, 2 years later.
Mine's been saying that.
2 years.
Mine's
fucking
at risk
later.
for deleting, but I think I might be eligible for something. But I can't make money on Instagram.
No
money. We can't make any money on Instagram. We just post there just to stay active in the loop. You know what I'm saying?
So people are like, oh my God, your Instagram has gotten so cool. Like, it's you and your boyfriend and your dog. I'm
Is
like,
that
yeah,
what they
because
say?
yeah,
That's
I'm
fun.
like, because I don't give a fuck
I like
anymore
that they
about
say that,
Instagram.
though.
Well,
I don't
it's
know how
actual-
my fans,
actual friends, like,
my
I've started
fans
to
would
build
be like, ew, who is
girl
this
followings
guy?
and stuff.
That's what I need.
That's literally why I was like, yo, fuck
How do
this
I get
shit.
girl followers?
You gotta post things that girls like. What do you like? That's literally what I have to sit there and be like, I'm solely posting for the brand deals that I'm getting, which is like lingerie and bikinis, and then to funnel bitches to my OF. So like, what do I want to post?
I like
could
fashion.
Just post, so post your fashion shit.
I'm not into makeup unless
So
I got it
don't do
done.
makeup. Fuck makeup.
I can't do makeup.
If you like makeup, do that shit. But if you don't care about makeup, like I never
I can't do
understood
my
that with
hair. If you
people.
think this is cute, then
No, it's super cute.
amen to you, because I mean it is cute, but it's just I can't put effort
I can
into
do hair, but I
really
can't do makeup. I'm not even the best with clothes. Like
I like clothes though.
my dad literally is a fashion designer, and I'm like, I feel like it just stressed me out as a kid. He wouldn't let me
You're
go to
so
school
cute.
in leggings. He's like, that's not professional enough for his school. I'm like, everyone's
Ooh,
wearing
this
leggings.
necklace is cute. With
Thank
the little
you.
beep beep there.
It's the boyfriend, the shoes, the necklace. That's what
Aww.
I'm literally saying. Like I don't know jack shit about style, to be honest, and I should. 'Cause my dad's a fashion designer.
I love the shoes too.
And I'm just like,
Tori, you are stylish. Be quiet. Lies.
I'm like the go out. I look nice for like a dinner.
But
Like, I love a good
but
dress
honestly,
and
let's all be
heels.
honest. When you have this face, you can wear a trash bag. It's okay. We all know this.
That was actually a statement that was made by a principal at my school because I used to get in trouble in 4th grade for wearing like those little Disney heels, like the little princess heels. I was like, she can't wear.
in 4th grade? That's a little old.
You're 10, but they're like the
I
ones.
had those Disney princess heels.
they're the
I
little tiny-
loved them.
That's what I'm saying. If I wanted to wear them to
I
school,
never
my
fit them
parents were
though
like,
properly. Oh my god.
and I wore them to school. And
They let you wear them? Your
my parents let me wear them. They got called into the office because some kid got upset.
Why did your parents let you wear those shoes?
I've
This is
gone
what I
to
want to know.
Girl, my parents let me wear whatever the fuck I
I
want.
want to meet you up there.
For a solid year, my sister wore all her skirts and dresses had jeans under them. All of
Wait
them.
a minute. You posted your dad on your Instagram?
Yes.
That was your real dad.
He has like dreads down to here. My mom is like,
They together?
they're together 34 years.
I can't be disrespectful. You got a
No,
nice
everyone
looking
thinks
husband.
my dad is hot. Everyone's like, wait, that's your daddy or your
I
daddy? I'm
was
like,
like,
oh
who is
my god, ew.
He's
Stop.
beautiful.
I'm obsessed
I'll need to
with
go
my
look
parents.
go look at the photo.
I'm
I
literally
briefly
pulling him
saw
up
it,
right
but I was
now.
just like, this guy is beautiful. And you said something, Dad. I was like, this has to be your dad. Dang.
Literally, my parents. They share an Instagram account.
Oh my.
They went vegan together. They have a vegan cooking channel on YouTube now. Relationship goals. This is why I have issues.
These are your parents?
This is why I have issues. I have like the reverse daddy
You
issues.
guys.
Where I was just like, oh, you can trust men and they're faithful and they stay with you forever.
Oh.
And then I
Wait,
met
it's interesting that everyone has their own problems. First of all, this is the cutest Instagram I've ever seen. I'm going to go follow that later.
literally.
I can't believe how cute this couple is
They
on
give
Instagram. Your
relationship
parents are the best.
advice, everything.
Wait, you just said...
They're life coaches, my guy.
You know what's crazy is I grew up with a dad that always was a player. And I still didn't learn shit from that.
No
Because
way.
I'm falling for all the guys that I should not
Well,
be
they
falling
say
for.
you want a guy like your dad, so I guess you
Oh,
gotta heal.
Lord, I don't.
You
No, I
gotta
don't.
heal
I
that-
don't. I'll tell you that.
Heal
I'll tell
that
you
daddy
that.
trauma so
Nope,
you stop attracting that shit.
I should have learned all of the things that my dad did. For instance, like love bombing. My dad loved to love
I
bomb.
fucking hate love bombing because it's
Which
the
I like.
easiest way to get a woman.
I'm like,
It's really,
love me.
yeah.
The fuck? You can't love me that fast.
But that's my thing.
But you can't because I'm so
is
amazing.
That
but
shit
like,
wouldn't
what?
work. It wouldn't work on you if you were secure enough to be like, you don't even fucking know me.
Yeah, you don't
What do
know
you mean
me.
you love me? But we're so trained as women, like.
But what if I'm
a
like,
man
what I
loves
feel?
you. Oh
What
my
if I feel
God.
like, yeah, I'm so lovable. I know you love me.
But also, like, you really got to think about where it's coming from. If you're saying you love me after like a week, there's absolutely no way you can know me enough to love me. I grew up with
the Disney Channel, and the Disney Channel tells me that you can look at somebody and fall in love
instantly.
Now so that's what I learned. Fuck the Disney. Just kidding, not fuck Disney, but fuck all those fairy
shit
tales
that gets like fed to women. Like, oh, you're just gonna be like some poor girl that works in a house, and a prince is gonna find your shoe, and suddenly happily ever after. Like that doesn't happen. Versus men
bitch,
watch.
You go in the store in Prada, and you go and you buy them on your credit card.
My guy.
Yourself.
Versus you have men that watch Pokemon, Gotta Catch 'Em All. Like, literally look at these, like, different things that we're being fed as children. You're 5 watching a Disney princess as a girl, or as a boy, you're watching, like, get all the Pokemon. You need all of them.
That is very interesting. I haven't thought about that.
Like, what girls were watching fucking... I mean, I'm sure there were girls.
They all look different. Each Pokemon, you can't be happy with one?
No. And you always... You
can't be happy with one?
No. Even the best one, they'll be like, this is the mightiest. But they don't get rid of the other balls.
The mightiest,
they don't get rid of their...
most rarest form.
You collect books. Guys are collectors.
But you got that stupid little one over there that pops up every 5 seconds.
Bro, that you just throw out when you need to. Like, but you don't get rid of it.
Wait. Little black book, Rolodex. Let's talk about ex-boyfriends, shall we?
Roster clear for Pokemon. You're not like, I found a new one, get rid of the rest.
You have a great relationship.
I do.
I like your relationship. I'm happy for her. I hope one day I get invited to a wedding. Amen to that.
Dude, our wedding is... we literally just talked about this.
So fun and beautiful.
I was like, this shit's going to be crazy.
So fun.
Crazy. Because we're crazy. I always tell people, I'm like, I was the outgoing one in the relationship.
I'm going to fall asleep at the end.
Literally. Lexi's like, I never fall asleep at people's house. This bitch was knocked out. Like, foot twitching. And it was like in a full extended, like, kick out position. Like, she was trying to keep someone the fuck away from her in the bed. It was, like, prepared.
No, was it?
It was. We kept laughing about it because you literally...
Oh my god! I did not know that.
I'm like, damn, Nightmare must be going through it. Does he sleep in the bed with you?
Oh, wait a minute. First of all, he goes through it when he sleeps, so maybe we're twins.
Y'all are just kicking each other.
I'm like, fuck, is he having a seizure? Like, should I be worried? And secondly, what's really crazy is he never sleeps in the bed, but he's been sleeping in the bed recently.
He's like, you need it, Mom.
Yeah, he's like, let me cuddle you.
Like,
it's lonely.
He's the size of a human, though, so that's literally
so
like
weird.
It's like a child
sleeping in bed
with you.
6 a.m, and his head was literally next to mine, and I have never woken up with him that way. And I was like, this is what I want.
So cute.
I've
woken up with like Jupiter's little head on the pillow and his body under the covers.
That's how it was. And I was like, this is weird. Nightmare.
I'm like,
he's my man. Look at him.
I love the way that dogs and animals calm down during the podcast. Whenever I start, they're all hype. Whenever I go to someone's house, or my dogs, like, they're hype. They're ready for it. And then as they get into it, they're like, oh, they're not doing anything. This is fucking boring, Mom.
I wonder what he would say if he had a microphone.
Nightmare? He's not interested. What do you think is the biggest metamorphosis that you've gone through in your life? Because everyone has that thing where they hit kind of rock bottom in some way, whether it's financially, emotionally, some terrible breakup where you're like, fuck everyone, I'm doing what I love, what I want to do, and I'm just like out here doing that shit. I'm not listening to nobody else. I've had a couple
of those moments after every breakup. I feel like I've gone through that.
Fuck you, I'm out. I feel like it's learning not to be destructive after those moments, though, and not being like, I'm going to go party and fuck random people.
I think that might be it,
work out and get into my shit.
Yeah, take time for yourself and heal properly, which is tough.
A lot of people jump into some new shit.
Just knowing that you're going to be okay, knowing that things don't stay the same. Your feelings could change dramatically all the time, especially if you're me. I'm sure you can relate.
If you're a Gemini.
Life is literally about up and downs. It's about the journey. Because, like, if it was so easy, it'd be so boring. Think about it. Like,
literally.
What would life be if there weren't
Which book is it? You're actually the one that was like, you have to read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself.
Yeah.
I've read it twice now. I'm like,
It's a great book, right?
I was like, okay.
One of the best books.
Whenever I hear a book and then I keep hearing about it, I'm like, okay, I have to read this book.
I made like half my family read this book.
I'm trying to get my whole family to read 4 Agreements right now.
Nice.
And How Not to Die.
I don't know, that's scary.
How Not to Die.
How does that mean?
So it's this guy that went to med school, and after going to med school, he realized, like, this is a pay program, essentially. We're not really curing people. We're just giving them things to make their symptoms easier. So he's like, okay, I got into this because I want to actually help people. How do we cure people? And he's like, oh, it's through food. It's through a plant-based diet. But you'll never see a commercial for kale because who makes money? You'll never see a commercial for macadamia nuts and broccoli and cauliflower. Like, no one would make money. Versus all these pharmaceutical companies that are like, you have a headache, here, take this, but the side effects are you will shit yourself, you will vomit every day, you will hate everyone, you will want to kill yourself. Like, all this shit that they read hella fast. Like, no one talks about that stuff. No one talks about the fact that you get put on birth control for pimples, for acne.
We're not really allowed to talk about it.
No. And like, anytime someone says, oh, vegan or plant-based, everyone's like, oh, how do you get your protein? Ew, you're just eating nasty vegetables. Like, what?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
I believe in all that too, yeah.
Which is so hard because, like, life is set up to eat meat. We just need to fight the government. That goes so well every time we do that, right?
Can't do that.
Can't do that. The thing is, like, we can't protest. We can't riot. That doesn't change anything.
You can protest a little bit. I think some of these things they do matter. They do change. I think that you can't. Well, there's other countries that are having complete takeovers and riots and complete.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is America's so fucking big?
Are we willing to wake up and actually do something about it together?
Like, if you actually look at polls, so much of it is like, other than like pedophiles should be able to do what they do. Like, of course, everyone really doesn't believe that most of the time. But when you have something like, oh, should gay people be able to get married?
A whole manipulative government situation that people don't realize. Yeah, it's manipulation so that people don't even realize what's going on.
And like, no one really
wants to. So no, you can't get everyone on the same page when they're all sleeping.
No one wants to take the time to actually educate themselves. They want to look at a meme on Instagram or listen to the news, which is, again, a scripted.
There's 2 of us here. We're talking about it, at least.
Whoever's listening, wake the fuck up. Do your own research. That's whenever people like try to ask me or like come at me about shit that I believe, I'm like, listen, this is just some shit that I researched that I'm letting you know. I don't know why you're mad at me. Like, this is these are just facts that I know.
Facts, bro.
And if you truly don't agree with me, then like please do your own research.
They're burning our farms down. That's really sad. Like, we need fresh fruit and produce.
They're trying to pass a law that it's illegal to film what happens in dairy farms and like different meat facilities. That it's actually illegal.
Why?
Because have you watched those videos?
They're terrible.
You don't eat meat after you watch those videos. Even if it's like, oh, you don't eat meat for a week.
That's their reason. There has to be a weird. There's so.
Of course, they're coming up with a different reason.
That's so upsetting.
But if you think about it, like, I always try to think like, who's benefiting? Where's the money going?
We can survive y'all off vegetables, by the way.
100%.
Go eat some sea moss and vegetables. You'll be good. Live forever.
And honestly, the most important thing in your body is fiber.
Shit it out.
Literally. People are like, oh, you're a vegan. How do you get fiber?
The more I eat, the worse I feel. Is that not true?
The more meat I eat,
no matter what you eat, really.
No, because I can literally eat like...
Well, yeah, not vegetables and stuff, but
I could eat a shit ton of vegetables and plant-based.
Yeah, then you'll feel better.
And I feel full, but I don't feel like heavy. When I eat meat and dairy...
You should try it out if you haven't tried it out.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't still eat meat. I definitely ate a pepperoni pizza yesterday.
No, we eat meat for sure like that. But yeah, I don't ever crave meat and I don't really order meat. It's not my favorite thing. I like all the other things, but I like bread a lot, gluten. But see, I have Crohn's disease.
Oh shit, I didn't even know
that. And I cannot... I've been fucking up recently, eating everything and anything I want, and it's been showing. And I can feel it, so I have to be careful. And it's because I've been eating whatever the hell I want my whole goddamn life.
When did you find out you had that?
I found out, like a year.
Did you have like a health scare? They were like, oh, this is this.
Yeah, in Mexico I went and I was like dying. And I was like, did I drink something? Something in the water? I was dying. Actually, we went for a twerk camp. There was like over 100 girls.
Oh my God.
And I came off stage, and I hadn't really eaten anything, but I came off stage and I felt so dizzy and so fucking lightheaded, and I felt like I wanted to throw up. I felt like I had corona. Like I was just like feeling like just dead. And I had to sit down. I started crying just because I was feeling so bad. My stomach was killing me. And I had gone through a lot of pain in the past 2 years with my stomach and not knowing what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
And finally we got down to it. You know, I had to shit in a damn tube or whatever. They're like, you have Crohn's disease. I'm like, finally I know what's going on. Literally. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was going through crazy pain one time recording an album in Oxnard. I actually have footage that I'm going to put out soon of me like in bed just dying, like, and thinking it was like, what are they called? Stones or like, I don't know, just random things like this. Yeah. And no one, they didn't see anything. I don't know why they didn't make me do a stool test sooner, but like I should have done that first. Because they'd rather
prescribe you something.
Yeah, it was a bunch of random shit. And I'm like, bro. So I found out, and I'm like, okay, wow, that makes sense. So now finally I can cure it, and I have a flare up now, and that's what happens when you eat shit you're not supposed to eat, which is everything. So what are you not supposed to eat? I can't eat a lot of gluten. I can't eat cheese, dairy products. I can't, girl, it's literally things that you can easy to digest. Mm-hmm. So soups and stuff like that, like liquids, way better. So it's literally just big solid food things
are not good for you.
No,
I mean they're not really good for anyone. Your body is just like
a lot of acidic.
Hey, stop that.
You know, acidic fruits and stuff will really fuck your stomach lining and your gut. It's a gut problem. Your gut up.
You should definitely do that parasite thing.
I'm doing my parasite cleanse. It's gonna be like a month long. I'm gonna do it when I get back from New York. I'm gonna eat my ass off in New York. But like I'm gonna come back here.
Your body is going to be sick after that.
Well, I need to keep my weight. And I need to start working out because your girl's been slacking. So I need to get my life together. Is what I need to do.
Like, I'm currently in a metamorphosis.
Bitch is going through. I'm single now, finally, again.
Woo woo! Single virgin Lex.
You don't want to see her. She's.
Everyone wants to see her.
Mm-mm. Who's in my DMs?
I don't think you've even been single really while I've known you.
No.
You kind of monkey barred.
Ooh, I did.
You definitely did.
I like the monkey bar. Yeah, I went from one relationship to another.
And that was the whole thing that I was like...
You were in the house and everything.
I was like, ain't no way this bitch is healed.
Oh, my God.
Ain't no way this bitch is healed. I just watched you move your shit out. Ain't no way.
I was healed from that relationship.
Okay.
Me and him are friends. We're good.
That's good.
Not friends. He doesn't follow me on Instagram. Well, I haven't seen him or talked to him in a minute, but...
Like, you wouldn't, like, throw something at him in public. Like, you would be like, hey.
You know, how are you? I love you. I miss you. But there's another one before that I was in a friendship relationship with.
Oh,
it got me really good.
Why do I feel like those get you worse? Like the situationships even more than the relationships.
So that we're still trying to get over. So there's that.
Damn.
It's been 2 years.
Oh my God.
Over 2 years.
So you really need to stay single and go do ayahuasca somewhere and find yourself.
I don't like being single. I like my little relationships. I just don't like banging other random men. I like to stick to one, and I like to cuddle. I like to be in a relationship. I like when you help me. I like to help you. Like,
you like the partnership.
Yeah, but by being single, it's like, it's fun.
You just have to find the partnership in friends.
Which I love, my friends. We've been hanging. You gotta plenty more.
There's like 3 main things for being single. It's like the guidebook for me that I had to learn. Friends are extremely important. Mm-hmm. Be okay with being alone.
Mm-hmm. Chocolate.
Not even. A bomb ass vibrator.
I don't.
You don't?
Maybe I have a problem. Maybe I have a sex problem.
Because I like to bang, girl. If you don't want to make you come, why should anyone else?
I do, but like I like other people to do it for me.
Obviously. But sometimes that's not an energy exchange I'm trying to fucking have. But I'm still trying to have my orgasm.
I like to go backwards.
You're a backslider. Gotta keep that number low. You gotta backslide.
Backsliding in the DM.
I literally was just having this conversation with someone, like, bitches will just backslide. Like, we would rather keep that number low. Backslide? I don't know. I feel like guys, it's constantly a new thing. Like, they constantly want
you guys make
new.
Me sick.
But I've never heard of a girl that like sleeps with a guy and just like doesn't care at all. I've literally watched a guy come out from fucking a girl and be like, oh fuck, I don't even remember her name. I'm like, you were just inside her. You don't even know her name? You do not even an initial? What the fuck?
Guys are so bad, it's stuff like sometimes.
They don't have to think about like, am I gonna get murdered? Like, we really, like, have to think about that shit. Yeah, no. A one-night stand's terrifying to me. No. You could literally kill me.
You're not one-night standing me.
And I came here of my own volition with a stranger.
I had a one-night stand, actually. But, like, a friend referred me, so I thought...
See, that's still based on referral. I mean,
but like, I thought that he knew him. He didn't know him. He just met him. Can you believe that? I was like...
That could have been a stalker fan.
Like you knew who he was.
That could have literally been a stalker fan of yours.
Shook. I'm like, you can't.
That's actually crazy.
So I had to get mad at him. I was like, don't ever fucking do that again.
I kind of attribute the fact that I've never had a one night stand to I went from living at home to moving out to LA and living with my siblings and like sharing a room with my sister so we could afford it. So
Speaking of siblings, my brother's back there.
I love it. I love interjections.
He lives with me. He's 19, y'all.
That I had my own room, the pandemic hit. So I've literally didn't go to college. I'm like officially like I've never even been in a situation where that makes sense to me. I'm like, oh, come back with me and meet my family. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, I've never lived by myself. I've always either had roommates, and one of my roommates has always been a sibling at some point.
You have your own place. Well, you have a roommate.
Literally, but my sister just moved out this year.
Wow.
And my brother lives in the guest house in the back. And my parents live 10 minutes away. Like,
that's fire. How old are you again?
27.
Oh, how old are you? I moved out around same. I think I feel like I was 27.
I was literally 23 when I moved out.
I moved out at 27, like late as shit. But my family, like my dad's side, they're Persian, and then you just stay home.
You stay home till you get married.
Yeah,
and you move in with your husband.
I'm not gonna wait for that. I was like, there's no way I'm staying here until married when you're like
23. Like throwback to like.
I'm the only woman in the family that's like wanted a career and like knew what I wanted. No one else did, and so I'm like, and everyone else have kids. They all had kids early and young and married and all that stuff.
What do you think made that separation for you?
My dad's like a business fucking hard ass. He's just a go-getter, drive, like always does multiple things. So I get that from him. So that's why.
Do you feel like you emulated your dad more growing up than your mom? Like looked up to wanting to be like him more so?
Probably in different ways, yeah.
You're like, I'm not trying to stay home and cook and be a little woman.
He was more successful. And so I think I might have just like wanted to make sure that was me also. But my mom was the one that I looked up to in like the ways of she has more of an open heart. She's like a friend you can talk to more of.
Yeah.
Dad's more of a hard ass, and so it's just different dynamic relationship.
Both of them make you up, but I feel like you either see...
And I look like both of them. My mom thinks I look like my dad. My dad thinks I look like my mom. It's so funny. I'm like...
I'm guessing they're, from the story, they're not together anymore.
Hell no. They broke up. I wasn't even around. I wasn't around, obviously. I was a baby. I was like 2 or something.
Oh my God.
They broke up. Yeah.
I feel like that happens to a lot of people. I was just talking to someone about this, where it's like people either...
your family's together. I love it.
People either get together because they have a kid and then they break up, which is like detrimental to the child. You're 2-3 years old, like learning that love is not what you thought it was going to be.
My family, they were toxic. It was a toxic high school relationship. My dad was toxic. My mom, they were both like, it was not going to work. Like, you guys are not healthy.
Yeah.
Then they had me after a couple abortions.
So you were the lucky one.
Yeah, I was a lucky pick. My mom was like, I'm not getting rid of this one. For real, that's what she was like. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm keeping this one. And she didn't even tell my dad for like 4 months or something. And then here I am.
Oh my God. Were they ever married at all?
No. In the Persian culture, I think maybe before my grandmother passed, because my grandma passed about 7 days before I was born.
No way.
And so she, I think, wanted
like,
them to get
please.
married. So like I think in the Persian culture they may have or something like that, but I don't have all the details of that. They didn't really
like no one really
I feel
talks
like I'm
to me
not
about that.
yeah. I'm like, what really happened, Mom?
Oh my God.
Did he put a ring on it? Because I don't remember no ring. Where's that at?
You're like, where the fuck is that shit?
But yeah, no, I grew up in two families. I loved it.
That's
It
awesome.
was the best. Mm.
Do you have anything coming out that you want to plug right now? Anything you
New
want to?
boobies coming soon.
Oh no, way!
I don't know. I'm
No
thinking about
way.
it. New boobies coming at you.
Any singles hitting the?
Heck yeah, I have a couple songs coming out. I just want you guys to follow me on my socials, and you guys will figure it out, and you will find what you want. You know, always link in bio.
Always
you know
link in
us. Come see me shake some ass. Come see me perform. Not sure when I'm gonna perform next, but it's coming soon.
If you follow her,
Music
she'll let
videos
you know.
on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. My Twitter's going up. I like Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Follow me there too.
Dun, 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 dun. As per usual, I'm Tori212 Green on all platforms. I am Tea with Tori Podcast on Instagram, and I will see you spillers next Wednesday. Bye.